right, from the theater to your recliner.
Yes.
We are getting a breakdown of the most popular movies this weekend.
Renee is here to tell us what's #1 at the box office. Is it Red 1, 2, or 3?
It's just the first one. Red
Just the first one. Red 1.
Red 1.
Oh,
Red 1.
Red 1. So it was released, actually it was like a combination between Amazon and MGM, and it stars, of course, Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans.
Is it what is it?
He stars as sort of like a Santa's bodyguard,
okay,
or in charge of security control, and he's ahead of them. And it cost $200 million to make, but it only made $34 million. And Amazon Prime and MGM were like, should we release it last year? Then they waited for this year. Then they were thinking maybe they should just stream it. Then they're like, no, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Let's put it in the theaters. And it is #1, but it only made 34. But they're hoping with the holiday weekend coming up. But remember what happened to Wolf with Brad Pitt and George Clooney?
Yeah.
They moved that right to streaming. So this could possibly bounce back to streaming soon.
Forgive me, comedy? Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy, Chris. They want people to think of like Die Hard and Elf, although it's not similar to those movies, but it's kind of like action, drama, Elf comedy. Definitely older kids, because the humor is definitely a little bit. I would say boys, 10, 11, 12 and up. Well, girls too, but I'm just saying the humor in there could be considered,
All right, very good.
But it's a good movie.
Okay.
Anyways.
And Joker.
So the reason why they were thinking that they're comparing Red 1 to Joker, because they spent all this money and they marketed it out, but it didn't do as well in the theaters. So they're kind of likening it to the fact that it was, they don't want it to call it a bomb yet, but they're likening the fact that the Joker and Red 1 did not perform to any of the levels. And then, by the way, in second place, Venom. Venom 3 added an additional $7.3 million in its fourth weekend of release. The Best Christmas Pageant Ever secured the #3 spot with $5.4 million. Now, it's been out for a couple of weeks, so it kind of declined by 50%. And then we have the horror film Heretic. That's Hugh Grant. He's got quite a cult following.
Yeah.
The movie didn't hardly cost a thing to make, and it's been in the top 5 ever since it's been released. It only made about $5.16 million. And then we round off with The Wild Robot. Have you taken the kids to that?
No, not yet.
This movie is going to win awards. It's a sleeper.
So?
It's been out ever since it came out. It went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's been in the top 5 for weeks and weeks and weeks.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
love it.
it pays off to be consistent at the top 5,
It does, and
right?
it's got such a beautiful story, and I do believe it's going to be an Oscar winner.
Is that the one where we're going to need tissues?
You're going to need a lot of tissues.
Yeah.
It's an AI robot being taught the art of motherhood with a little chick, and I went through 45 boxes of tissues, just to let you know. 45 boxes of tissues.
Forgive me, but is this even a question if it's going to be Gladiator 2 or Wicked?
It's a question.
Really?
This is the battle for the box next week,
The battle for the box office next weekend, because the Gladiator, first of all, has such a following with Denzel Washington's in it. So many amazing people are in it. But then also, you've got the world of Ariana Grande and Wicked has a huge following. So we'll have to see if Gladiator 2 and Wicked, who will win the battle of it. And then Disney isn't playing around, because Thanksgiving weekend they're dropping Moana 2.
We will definitely be seeing that.
So that's a huge triple play battle.
It really is.
At the box office. Now, you guys, streaming, there's not a lot to talk about here. Netflix won everything from a domestic audience to a global audience. Now,
Tyson fight.
So the Tyson fight, not a movie, but it beat all the movies, it beat all the TV shows, it beat everything streaming. It was #1, and there was a lot of scuttlebutt because Netflix froze during the live streaming of it, so a lot of people weren't happy. But then #2 and #1 for all movies across all platforms was Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty.
It's so funny, because when we opened up Netflix, that was the first advertisement that came up, and I'm like, kids, look away. Why is this coming
Mommy
up
didn't
right
look
now?
away. Mommy's looking, but the kids needed to look away. I'll tell you what, Hot Frosty, that is not a misleading title.
It's okay.
Oh, someone's a little tongue-tied.
That's the clip we showed on Friday, right?
Yes. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Happy birthday, Hot Frosty.
Merry Christmas. That is so funny. Yeah, that was literally right after we had talked about it.
All right, well, thanks, Renee. We so
welcome.
appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Renee.
All right,
Happy
Blazer Monday's
Monday.
wrapping.
Blazer Monday.
Blazer Monday.
All right, we're so excited for Tuesday's great day, because we're going to help families across our state have a happy Thanksgiving.